Helene, Road to Recovery.
We are continuing our coverage of the road to recovery in our region. Thanks for joining us. I'm Casey Marler. Sarah Diamond is on assignment. Today, we're in Washington County, Tennessee, and that's where we find News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel. Ansley, what's the search and rescue effort been like over the last 4 weeks?
Yeah, Casey, as you know, there are 2 people still missing here in Washington County, and I'm standing by with EMA Director Evan Clyburn. Evan, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Well, first off, as I just mentioned, 2 people still missing here in the county. What do search and rescue efforts look like about a month later?
We're still continuing with those. I mean, obviously, Mr. Cloyd and Mrs. Tucker are priorities. You know, we would like to have some closure, like to give the family some closure on that. So as we go through areas that were priorities before, priorities again, we look at those areas as debris is being removed and remediated. Those areas are being checked and rechecked, and we've called in special assets as well to check other high priority areas as the terrain and stuff moves along. So that's still a factor for here, and we'd still like to find those folks.
And I know that you guys are working every single day to bring some closure to those families, but let's talk a little bit about the numbers. How many homes in Washington County were destroyed and how many were damaged?
Just through the stretch from Unicoi to Greene County, we were roughly a little over 350 homes were affected in the flood area. Doesn't count for some of the homes outside the area. Those homes were damage assessed. Some of them were obviously totally lost, and some of them were minor. So as we go through with that, we're helping to help connect those folks with the FEMA representatives and help them with the insurance and claims and that kind of thing.
Do you have any idea what the financial impact or totals could be right now?
Rough totals, it's in the millions. Bridges alone, $6 or $8 million on some of those just alone. So it's going to be a high figure. Right now, costs are still rough. As we move into the public assistance part of it, we're gathering those figures, and those figures are growing daily, to be honest with you.
And again, I know that we're just 1 month in, but the recovery process is going to be a long one. What do you want folks to know about what you're doing day to day and where things stand with the EMA office?
I would just like them to know that we're still coordinating with TEMA and FEMA, trying to get the public assistance. You know, we're in a recovery. The big thing is a lot of people have gotten denial letters from FEMA. Those are not absolutes. Those are just things that people just need to provide them some more information. It may be something as simple as an insurance claim, additional photographs, and it's not a closed door for them. So we'd like people to know that. We're also coordinating with all our volunteer efforts to get folks those volunteer efforts, needs, those equipment that municipalities can't provide, so we make sure that people don't fall through the cracks and that we're still in the recovery process. And it's going to be a marathon, not a sprint.
All right, Evan, thank you so much. Again, great information continuing to come out of Washington County tonight. And as he mentioned, if you did get one of those FEMA denial letters, be sure that you're asking the questions. Take up that extra information, as somebody might be able to help you. Casey?